Hello everyone, it's X1X_X1X again. I'm gonna play a little session of Turbo Sit and Goes today. Cash, I had a session last night of Cash. It wasn't a bad session, but it wasn't exactly a great session. I did try and record it, but the sound wasn't syncing properly with the video for some reason. So, just for a change today, we're gonna play some Sit and Goes. I've been messing about with my Table Ninja here, using the Sit and Go Sensei. It basically automatically buys you into Sit and Go tournaments. You see I've got various ones set up here, but I've got the $7 Sit and Go one here, which is for these turbos. You can change it around, but it's basically if you test, it pops open the filter, and it's set to specifically look for these Turbo Sit and Goes. And I've set it to buy in 8 at a time for a maximum of 12 tournaments. Sorry, that doesn't make sense. It's going to attempt to buy in at 8 Sit and Goes a time, and then buy into a maximum of 12. And as soon as as soon as I get knocked out of one of the tournaments, it automatically registers me in another one until I've played a total of 24 tournaments. And you can see it'll only attempt to buy in 8 at a time, and it'll wait 60 seconds in between buying the nails because they'll fill up. I could probably take this down a bit actually, seeing as these ones do fill up quite quickly. I'll leave it 20 seconds. So it's basically click on start, and then it'll start buying me into the Sit and Goes. You can see it's flying up there. I'll wait until it spazzes out, and I can move that away, and you can see I'm automatically bought into all these Sit and Goes now. Just another little time saving feature that PokerStars has got. Another one of they've got this easy seat. The next cash session that I play, I'll go through this properly, but you can basically get to set all your restrictions and it'll automatically buy into however many tables you've got. You see I've got 20 here, but you can put it up to the maximum 24. So basically all I would do is click this button and it automatically buys me into 20 of the cash games, which is quite good. I need to get this out of the way. I hope that doesn't pop up every time. I suppose I can just move the lobby. I've not played Sit and Goes for a while actually, so it's probably not a good idea to play the turbo ones. I need to move my TV around. Obviously you can't see me. I should maybe get a webcam. That'd be slightly more entertaining, I think. There's another one of these people with kids. Block image. Oops. So you can see already. Is it this guy? Yeah, it's the same guy on 2 tables here, and this is the baby one that we blocked. Again, this baby one's, I don't know why it's not continuously blocking it. So I'm going to mark these 2 guys down as regulars, seeing as they're on the first 3 tables that opened up. Just automatically when a new table pops up, you can see that they're a pretty decent player. I don't know if I recognise any of the other guys. And you can see every time that pops up, it's basically just Table Ninja trying to buy into another Sit and Go. It'll only buy into a maximum of 12. 12 at any one time. And keep on attempting buying into Sit and Goes if I get knocked out up to a maximum of 24 total. I don't know how long it's going to take to play the 24. They are turbos. I want that right out of the way. It keeps on fucking maximising. I don't know if I'm going to play cascaded or what. I might try tiled for a while. I don't know what the quality is going to be like. The tables won't be too big. Excuse me if you can hear me slurping on my coffee there. Got my pump and dance music on in the background. This is going to put me on tilt, these kin lobbies. There we go. Right down in the corner. Just fold that Jack 5 there. Even though it's only costing me 10 in, even though it's a turbo as well, I'm not wanting to get tangled up too early on. even his pocket eights. Later on, mid stakes of the second go, I would raise this, but early on, middle position, well, early position really. Pretty doesn't play well post flop unless you hit your set. I've got a limper here under the gun, which is pretty weak. Not under the gun. Excuse me, I'm just out my bed. Being raised here. I suppose we've got to call the 73, see the flop. Got a gut shot here as well. I'll take a free card. We've got a straight flush draw actually. I'm going to call for the 40 just to see what he's got. He might have a king jack and he's a tiny little crappy steal. King 8 and we win it with ace high. So immediately this guy's a dunk. Where's he from? The Germans. Yeah, I'm literally out of my bed maybe 10-15 minutes ago. We went out. I was saying some friends came over. We've had a guy I used to work with and his girlfriend came across 3-4 days ago maybe. And then another guy that I used to work with and his girlfriend again. So there's two couples staying with us at the moment. So it's basically ex full tilt employees gathering across in Malta, preparing to take over the world, with me as the dominant leader obviously, although they do struggle to understand my accent sometimes, so I just speak louder and more slowly. I know this guy, unless that's the same picture that a lot of people use. I've got more tables here. Oh, this guy's a dunk. All in P-flop with ace 10. So is this guy a dunk? All in with pocket sixes. Got lovely nice colour coded tables now. Oh, I actually twisted my mic right round. The last couple of videos I've made, it's almost like one of these pervy deep breathing phone call things. It's not a great sound hearing me deep breathing. And I've lost my fucking lighter. Excuse me while I root around here 2 seconds. Anna Kornikova. Oh, there we go. I've got a gut shot. I'm going to hopefully try and take a cheap card or a free card on the turn. So we've got jack high. It's maybe good. It's counterfeited a lot if he's got pocket sixes or below. And it's maybe a split pot. That's not going to let me tile the tables. Oh, he rivered this. No, he never actually rivered this. He had the best hand the whole way. Yeah, it's not letting me tile. Oh, see, that was beautiful about Table Ninja. I went to fold there, but I was in the big blind, so it automatically checked. Didn't let me fold. Table Ninja looking out for me. Oh, we flopped top pair thanks to Table Ninja. That's what I was saying. If you don't have Table Ninja already, you really should get it. There's a way to get it for free. I'm not going to make a video about how to do it, because obviously they would figure out a way how to stop doing it. But if you send me a message, I'm just going to fold top pair here. I've got top pair and no kicker at all, with no redraw really other than the king, against a bet and a call. King highs, oh sorry, kings and fives is maybe good, but with another two players in the pot, and the flush gets there on the river. Let's see what the other guy was calling with. Sevens. Okay, he's a bit of a donk. Not a huge donk. I should maybe figure out another colour to give stations, because there is different types of donks. I dare say a lot of people watching this that are turbo sit and go experts are going to be saying that I'm not a great player. I'm too nitty for the turbo sit and goes, I think. I don't know how many sit and goes we're actually still waiting on. Oh, it's down here, isn't it? I don't know why it's not registered. It's not 12 open. Oh, unless it's got 8 open at any time. Target number 8. Okay, we'll do target 12. I don't know if you can update it in between. Oh no, you can. So there you go, it's automatically registered me in another couple of sit and goes. Pocket 10s one time. Yeah, I was talking about my night out earlier on. We went out and started doing baby Guinness shots. Oh, Mr. Donkey called me. Baby Guinness shots and tequila rose shots. What is that? I mean, these type of players, I obviously can't call. But if he's got a king, how is he expecting me to call? I'm obviously folding there. That's pretty weak play. He's maybe got 8-9 of diamonds or something. There's Table Ninja saving my ass again. Fucking tile tables. We're out of possession. But pocket sixes is pretty likely to be the best hand here. Hopefully it's just going to play fairly cheap. He's marked him down as a pretty decent player. He should give us a... or he should take a free card if he doesn't have a great hand himself. And hopefully it goes check check and he's got ace king, ace queen. Well, I think so. Ace check, okay. Again, Mr. Donkey raising up. Feels weird playing sit and goes again. I've not played them in so long. Not in any amount of volume anyway. There'll be a poker site that eventually sorts out the sit and go structures. I'd say full tilt was the closest to getting it proper. You see the structure here. To go from 25.50 to 50.100 is just disgusting. I mean, what's the rush? I don't understand the rush to get the sit and goes finished as soon as possible. I should give players what they want. If players want to play a turbo, let them play a turbo, but for us nits out there, I don't see the harm in having proper full length structures. I think that's 11 tables we've got open now. I should have another one waiting. I would have thought that's 12. Oh, apparently not. So this is only 11. Where's Table Ninja? Target number 12. Keep 12 tournaments open for 24 total. That should work. I'll try and isolate against the donkey here. There's number 12. Not a great flop. Gonna bluff and juice hopefully. I can get a bit of value here in the turn if he's got some sort of draw there. Probably would have been a good idea if I'd actually woken myself up properly before sitting down to record a video. I'm just going to fold this here. Basically calling the fifth of my stack with a weak second pair. Again, top pair with a flush draw, but I bet and a raise, out of position. It's maybe the best hand. I've got a draw, but it's not a great made hand and it's a pretty crappy draw. I just thought I'm going to have no idea how much I'm actually in for, or if I'm going to make any profit. Yeah, we're already being crushed. It's pretty unlucky for this guy with the threes. Re-raise mofo. Kazakhstan. Standard. You get 4 callers when you're raising with ace 4, and they all fold when you've got aces. Win a small pot or lose a big pot, as they say. I like that avatar actually. It's pretty cool. Certainly dropping out some of these SNGs pretty quick. Which one was it? Oh, I've only lost 2, I suppose. I don't know if this is the best time of the day to be playing SNGs. What is it, 3:15? I think a lot of the grinders are on now. It's probably not the most profitable time. I'd say between 6 PM and about 12, 1ish is probably the best time to play. Basically when all the casual players are coming back from work and sitting down. I'm going to raise this guy. I've got him marked as a pretty decent player and he can be raising me pretty light there. And it worked. If I didn't have him marked down as a decent player, I wouldn't have 3-bet with the crappy queen there. And he called. That's pretty cool. He's got the second nuts. You can only really play poker against players that are capable of folding hands when they actually stop to think about what you could actually have. If a player's just going to call you down, they're not really thinking about what you've got, so they don't really care. They just see their hand. Not a bad flop for my 6s. Just a 1 over card. Let's check to me. I'm going to have a little bet. See what he does. More than happy just to take it in there. Really didn't want to call. It's interesting. Could probably mark him down as a donk. What with the blinds? Huge overshove with ace queen. It's a bit of a bad call with ace king, even though it's ahead. You've got to figure you're flipping, but I suppose a lot of people overshove with crap hands, as you see. I actually upped my percentage. Where is it here? I'm actually raising 74% of the pot. I used to do 68%. Just seeing how the slightly bigger raise still works out. Still less than 3x. Just slightly less though. Banging my cup against the microphone. That won't be attractive if you can hear me swallowing. That's what she said. Not really seen too many exciting hands here. It's pretty standard. Just gonna have to shove this. I can't raise fold. Ace high is likely to be good in the small blind here. Got nine and a half big blinds. I don't mind if he calls with king 10, king queen, a hand like that. King 2 is an interesting call, right enough. Standard. Can actually mark this guy down as a bit of a donk. Calling with a hand like king jack, king 10 even plus is pretty good. But king 10 is, you're 30% against too many hands. At least with king 10 and that you can have 2 overcards a lot of the time. But it is a pretty loose call to call with king 2. But we got our money in ahead and there's not really much else you can do. Just let the math take care of itself. I'd like cascade these again. You can see Table Ninja bought me into another one as I got knocked out of that. I think we're up in a couple of tables here. Again, 9-10 plays pretty well against calling ranges. I'm shoving into the donk big stack, which isn't great because he's going to call me with a lot of hands. But again, 9 big blinds with a suited 9-10, it's not a bad shove, I don't think. He still needs some sort of hand to call this. Even if he does call with an ace king and ace queen, 9-10 plays pretty well, considering the fact that you're adding in your fold equity to it. Again, I'm looking to 3-bet shove this against, if hopefully this donk raises. It's checked me down here. Again, I'm just going to shove. I've only got 10 big blinds. Ace queen's liable to be the best hand. That's an interesting min re-raise. That's a huge draw, or he's got... I don't think he would do that with ace jack. Pretty sure he raised pre-flop. Set of 8s. I don't think 10s play well. I've no redraw really, apart from runner flush or runner straight. And I may be behind against a set of jacks already. Right, check this, we had a little stab. We showed strength and somebody showed more strength, so we'll let them have it. Where's he from? Russia. I notice that the min raise is becoming more and more popular now. It's pretty hard to play against it, especially at position. I suppose I was in position there, but if I call, I'm basically committing myself to call the turn if he shoves all in, so I'm basically all in or fold on the flop. I've got 13 big blinds here. I'm actually going to try and raise and induce hopefully a bluff shove, and I'm going to call if one of the two guys shoved all in. I was going to call with the ace queen. 13 big blinds is maybe slightly too much just to open ship. because you're certainly not getting called by worse, or you shouldn't be. I'll try to roll another cigarette here. Probably should have more tables in the go. I've only got slightly less than 10 big blinds. Ace Jack's not great, but there's only, what, 7 players. I'm just going to ship that there. I can't raise fold, because that would be too much of my stack. Well, maybe we get a flip against pocket 10s, pocket 9s. Mr. Donkey's thinking. Well, there's no snap call anyway, which is a good thing. That's going to make that slightly less. I don't like the fact that it's a good player that's raising us, but he's doing that with jacks and 10s. So, we're not folding queens. Oh, we've got a flip. I was screaming on the 10 there on the river. Would have been too cruel. I think we might have to take a race here. King Jack's not great to call. Where's the 2 minutes the blinds go up? I'm only going to have 5 big blinds. I'm going to try and take a race. Hopefully he's got a pocket pair and we're 50-50. Even if he's ace queen. I forget which table it was on. He's got king queen. That's fair dues. I was hoping he had a pocket pair. As I say, we've got less than, what, we had about 8 big blinds. So I was basically just looking to double up with a race. I've got a gut shot with top pair here. I'm just going to ship this. And I'm going to call. Well, that's a pretty lucky flop. Quads is nice. It's all skill. I mean, I never doubted it for a second. He's shoving there with ace king, ace queen. Even any 2 face cards, sorry. It's a pretty solid guy raising here into a donk. I'm pretty sure the guy would know he's a donk. I should actually lower my opening raise thing here. I don't want to raise too much. Got the nut flush draw, open-ended straight draw. Oh, we timed out. We've hit the flush. I'll lower this a bit. Back to my 68. I'm going to check to him and hopefully he value bets a weak diamond and we can check raise him. He checked behind. Fafanculo. I'm timing out all over the place here. I don't know if I'm lagging or what. I'm pretty sure Table Ninja's set to buy me in if I do sit out. Just have a quick check. Yeah, we're still in. There's number 12 again. I finish rolling this, can cigarette. I love that guy's opening raise actually. The 375 with the blinds are 75 150. I might even lower my thing again. Oops. We'll go 62. Yeah, it's slightly nicer. I could probably even take it down to 60. Oh, we must have been knocked out another one. Let's see if we can find it here. Just gonna shove this here, less than 10 big blinds. Oh no, we've only got 12 open. I'll cascade that again. I've no idea how many we've actually been knocked out of. Where's my roach? Queen Jack doesn't actually play badly against his shove here. I'm going to call and hopefully the big blind folds. I think I'm flipping a lot of the time here. Yeah, it's basically a flip. Heart would be nice. Oh, it's all skill. All skill, baby. We got our money in. It was maybe 65-35. No, it would have been 60-40 actually, because I had 2 overcards to his lowest card. But he's doing that with basically any ace, in which case it sounds bad calling behind, but you're basically 60-40, and it was only a third of my stack. But he's also doing it with any pocket pair, which you're 50-50 against. I'm just going to shove that there. It's like 5.5 big blinds. I think he's still the hand, the Queen Jack against the King Rag, whatever it was. I think he's good enough to shove almost any 2 cards there. He's shoving 6-7, 9-10. Oh, I got a call by a decent player, so we don't like that obviously. 10 would be nice. I don't know if it's set to automatically sit out. Are we out of that tournament? Which one was it? I'm freaking out here. What fucking table was it? I'm pretty sure I was all in. Unless it was that hand, was it? Oh, we split pot. Oh, it's a pair of 5s and a river, of course. Aces, 5s and a queen kicker. Okay, I'll take that. Yeah, turbo sitting goes are probably not the best thing to be sitting around chatting. You don't get a long time bank at all. Ace Jack under the gun's not great here, but there's 2 short stacks here that I'm quite happily, if they shove all in, gives me some protection, and I'm raising into this short stack. So obviously other players are going to be concerned about it. If somebody comes over the top, a bigger stack comes over the top, I can fold. But I'm just looking to race one of the short stacks who are likely to have a much worse hand than Ace Jack. The tricky decision would be if this guy shoved in, because it would be another 1,000 to call. Ace 10's liable to be good. I should have maybe just shoved all in there, but I want a bit of action. It looks weaker against a good player if you just shove instead of raising. I think I can fold that actually. Yeah, I think I can fold. I don't think he's shoving there with much worse than Queen 10, even though I'm flipping a lot of the time. I've still got 1800 behind. I've got to call that there. Give him a jack. We'll slow roll ourselves. Yeti spaghetti. Oh my god, I should have called that. Well, maybe not actually. At 7 high, and it was, even though it was only another 300 odd chips, it's a large percentage of my stack. I think we can call that. We're not running too badly here. Got a nice little bit of luck to go with this, as our kings get cracked. Give him an ace. Ask and thou shalt receive. There we go. Swings and roundabouts, as they say. I'm going to fold 7s here. It's maybe correct to 3-bet shove, but I've got a pretty decent stack. I don't need to be taking flips. Oh my god, my coffee's cold. I could have shoved that king queen there, but I've got slightly too many chips. I think he's shoving almost any 2 cards. I think I've got to call the ace. Ace 4 is pretty raggy, but it's less than half my stack. I think he's doing it with any 2 face cards. And we're good. Ace. I don't like calling all ins with rag aces. When it's a small blind, you can be shoving with almost anything. What's the situation here? I don't want to give this guy a courtesy double up. He's a pretty decent player. I'd be surprised if this guy had an ace. He's maybe limped in with a raggy ace, but we flop second pair with a decent kicker. I don't think we can't fold. Yeah, he's got the raggy ace. I don't think we can fold that flop. And we get a lucky river. It was a very lucky river. We probably should have shoved all in pre-flop, so that was a mistake on our part. I think I can raise this so it's out of the guy's big blind. We can't fold the flop, I don't think, so it's calling or raising, and calling's much too big a percentage of our stack. I think we've just got to ship this here. We have been lucky, I'm not going to disagree with that in the slightest, but we have been slightly unlucky in a couple of them as well. I could just ship this, but I want to try and get some action. I'll maybe get a bluff and just somebody with ace 10, ace jack, I'll re-raise. I can raise this here. He's shown weakness limping into my small blind. Especially with this guy pretty short stacked, he shouldn't be wanting to tangle up at all. We can ship that. And the cut off. That's nice to work out a king. I'm just going to shove this. It looks weaker to a good player. I'm hoping this guy's pretty good. And he's going to call me with obviously a wider selection. But it looks so much stronger if I just raise normally. So to try and get action. A lot more people, good players, are more likely to call you if you just shove all in instead of raising. Because if you just raise normally, it looks so much stronger short stacked. But they know that you should be shoving a much wider selection of hands. I think I can. Yeah, I'm just going to fold that. It's against a decent player who's shoving an early position. King 10 is not great. If he was in later position, I probably would have called. But I don't think he's shoving with a bad hand in early position. I'm going to have to call if this guy shoves. I think again. I think I can just raise this normally actually. If the small blind re-raises, I'm done with the hand. If the big blind re-raises all in, I've pretty got to call, I think. I'll take a free turn, see what happens. It's only 450. I've got to call. Jack 3's junk. But I've got pretty decent pot odds. Ace 9, I've only got 700 chips. I'm going to just look for 2 live cards. Queen, it's not too bad. I'm pretty sure we've got the best hand here now. So hard to try and talk through hands with all this on the go. It's only 1,000 out of 5,600. I'm going to hope it's a flip. And we'll see if we get lucky again. I'm pretty sure he flopped the nuts. 4? That would be too much to ask. You see the speed that these fly around. I can fold that. Ah, that's pretty standard. So win some, lose some, as they say. King's beaten by runner, runner straight. Yeah, I'm not going to say we've been too lucky now. This thing, you can never get too excited when you suck out, and you can never get too despondent if you get a bad beat. Because what goes around comes around. Jack 8's not great against a calling range. But with antes in the pot now as well. Basically any 2 live cards and I get a decent race. But I don't like the fact that, oh no, it's a donkey that's re-raised all in. You could have anything here. Ace 6. Well, we hit our 8. Let's see him river an ace. I think I can fold that. You see the speedies are coming in now. I can't really be talking too much. It's an over raise chasing the flush. I can't really do it. We've got a pair and a flush draw. Again, we've got like 9 big blinds. Well, 3, 6, 9, 4 big blinds. I'm going to look for a flip. Let's see what he's got. Oops. So I'm going to have to do that there. Let's see, this guy's got ace king, and he hits king. That's fair dues. Fold that, fold that. Such a lot of value, but I'm not going to pay him off. We're basically just looking to hit our flush. Again, I just want 2 live cards to try and double up here. Calling queen 3 is not great, but I do have 2 live cards. And he gets the flush in the river. So it's definitely a tale of 2 halves, if that's the correct saying. A game of 2 halves. You get lucky, but you get unlucky. 3-bit shove my 8s here. It's likely to be the best hand most of the time. He's got ace queen. We'll slow roll ourselves. And we've got the best hands. Hopefully 3s are good here and it goes check check. I only got 300 chips there. I'm just going to let him have that. I'm not calling. Big bet on the river. I'm shoving with an ace here. It's on the bubble. I was going to call with queen 10. It's likely to be 2 live cards. And you get a decent flip most of the time. It would be easier if these tables were tiled. I've got to call here. I'll get another race. King would be nice. Unfortunately not. It was a pretty big pot actually. It would have been nice. Oh, we do get a tile table. So on the bubble, I'm the short stack, so it's me at risk. I've got a chance to get in the money if I win this flip. I'm hoping it's a flip. Even though it's the bubble and pocket 2s, you're flipping against everyone. I've got to call and basically try and get lucky. Oops. And he gets a 10, but we've got a flush. I don't think I'm out of that. Raised. I've got 35 chips fold equity. Monster. I don't know if I'm actually all in these. I've got tables missing somewhere. Oh, there's the hidden in there. Yeah, we're on the bubble in a few of them actually. It's definitely a lot harder playing turbos multi-table. Especially when new setting goes popping up all the time. We're in the money here with a short stack at the table. I don't really care if one of them calls. I'm just looking to steal the blinds or get a flip for a double up. It's pretty early. I'm just going to fold this ace king here. A lot of people will be saying that's insane. But it's raise under the gun, re-raise on the button. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like that. I'm going to fold this here. Oh, I've seen him shoving wide. I've seen him shoving a wide selection of hands. Feck it. Come on, baby. Oh, he's got 2 outs. Boom, boom. It's not a bad shove by him, even though it looks insane. Because we're on the bubble, and he had a huge chip stack, he can afford to be so aggressive. An ace would be nice. Or a jack. Ah, it's so sick. Still going to try and keep the pot fairly cheap. This guy, I could probably, if I had more time, I'd take a note on that guy that he can shove with any 2. Hopefully this guy's going to pay me off with a little raggy ace. Yeah, I was wanting to take a note on that guy that you can shove with any two cards. Literally any two, as you've seen. Big blinds. I'm gonna call this. In fact, I'm gonna fold it. No, I'm gonna raise it actually. Yeah. we take the worst option out of the lot. Oh, 10 or an 8. Yeah, nice hand. I probably should have folded it, but we're in the money. I've got to call that there. It's interesting re-raise with Queen Jack. Timing it hands all over the place here. Just gonna shove with an ace. That's basically 50-50, folding or isolating with the ace-6 in that situation. We're in the money, he's shoving any two cards. I'm just gonna ship that in. Gamble time. Such huge blinds. Again, I'm just 2 live cards for a double up. We're in the money, I'm short stacked. I need the chips. And we don't get there. We cashed though. So we've got 2nd place there, 3rd place there. I've no idea how many we've actually played now. I don't know if I'm actually still in all these. Yeah, there's a table closed there, we bubbled there. If I get another... Okay, table ninja's still buying in. It's not letting me fucking tile the tables. Fanculo. Trying to apply a bit of pressure to this guy. I've got to call if he shoves all in. I'm not too delighted about it. Yeah, I've got the stack for it. I'm hoping we're flipping. Yeah, it's basically a flip. And we get a nice little queen on the turn there. It's nice to have the chips to bully everyone at the table. I don't know how many tables I've got. 5, 10, I think there's 12 there. I presume I'm still in 12. I suppose Table Ninja would have bought into another one if I wasn't. Flip. Not anymore. Full house. And it's me against insane guy from Belarus. He's a pretty good player though. Even though he's playing pretty erratically. It's definitely good to be aggressive in the turbo singles. And he's anything but passive. I can't give him a cursory double up with 9-2. He doesn't play. He's going to almost call with literally any two cards there. And he's going to have better than 9-2 more often than not. King high will do it. And we slow roll ourselves. There's another fucking table. Don't know how many that is now. I'm going to call. Now I'm going to isolate. 8s is ahead of a lot of his range. And we're in the money. Oh, he must have called that. King Jack. Okay, fair dues. I thought we nearly did straight there. I'm going to ship this. Okay, let's do it. Ace 4. We slow roll ourselves again. Is it this? No, it's underneath. I'm pretty sure he won that hand, since it's not popped up, seeing that it's finished. Let's see what he had. What happened there? Ace 4, okay, ace high held up. Money folded to me. Again, same situation. I'm so microstat. This is so likely to have 2 live cards, and it even plays well against big pocket pairs if they've got them. King 6, we've only got 10 big blinds each. It's basically just flipping now when it gets down to this. And he gets lucky again. I think he won like 4 flips there. That's a huge raise, but the blinds are so big. Ace 10's a monster, heads up. And he gets his 2, as he is wont to do. There's another second place. Short stacked again, same sort of situation. King 10's not great against a calling range. Or 7-8 obviously ran into pocket aces. You're still like 25% though, it's the sick thing about them. Fucking table ninja. Ace 10, I'm so short stacked. I don't like shoving into the gun with ace 10. But needs must when you're so short stacked. It's nice to flop top 2. He can't fold now, can he? He's drawn semi-dead. He's drawn dead. And nice to be able to set mine early on in the setting goes. You don't get much chance later on. No idea how many I've actually cashed in or... Oh, what did I get called by? Queens. Okay, fair dues. It's a bit chaotic right enough. Oh, we obviously finished third there, did we? I hope we finished third. Oh no, we never. We must have bubbled that one. I can close that. Right, I was going to check if I'm actually still in all of these. Fucking hell. Fours doesn't do well against a re-raise there. We're either miles ahead or miles behind, so we don't want to get too carried away yet. Again, just a check call. We get a bluff and juice if he's got a hand like 4-7. We can't fold, we can't raise. Pocket sixes, yeah, we saved a bit of money there. So tempting to look at my cashier balance, but I don't even know what I started with. Again, one of the downfalls of playing a session as soon as you stumble out of bed, not even awake. I'm dreading watching this video back and seeing the bollocks I was talking to start with. See, this guy's all over the place, this Belarusian guy. Well, nice lot of cards to see a cheap flop. 3-5 of clubs would be nice. Don't think I'm going to get there though. Crappy little min bet. Min bet donk. Don't know if it tells me how many I've done. Oh, so this is I'm registered in a total of 24 now, so there's no more tournaments to pop open. I'm gonna float him here. Queen Jack's not great, but tiny little min donk bet out. I can't commit myself to the pot. I've picked up a straight draw and a flush draw now. I can't fold. We'll see if we get lucky on the river. Yeah, he's value betting us all the way. Would have been nice to catch her straight on the river. I would have been happier about the straight than the flush. Okay, I want this guy out of the pot. Nines are ahead of his limp. Don't think he's got an ace. Okay, that's a bit weird. Limp call, check check, raise the turn. I can't do anything but fold. It's an interesting play, right enough. Would have been nice to see what he had. I think we've definitely got to bet that we maybe could have c-bet the flop, but you're going to get floated out of position far too often. I'll try another stab at the barrel, see if he was floating us. It'd be nice to cash in a few of these here. It's kind of weird when you're playing some of the sitting goes with 15-30 blinds and the other sitting goes with 1-2 blinds. You kind of need to pay a lot more attention to the stack sizes. It's not like playing a ring game where the blinds are the same all over the place. You definitely need to pay more attention to the size of the blinds in relation to your stack. Hopefully we just get a free card going to the river here and we spike a king or a queen. I don't think king high's ahead a lot here. He's maybe got king jack. Such a weird little bet. I'm going to call with king high here. It's a bluffy bet. He's just trying to steal it away. He's maybe got ace high here a lot, but I think he would check behind with ace. He's maybe runner fives, but he's in value betting under pair to the board. That's a nice little value bet, right enough. Such a bluffy little bet though. It was as if he had a hand like king jack and he was trying to steal it out of the river. So it'd be nice to have the time to actually take some detailed notes on these guys. Ow, I got cramp. But with tables flying left, right and centre, I can probably get a note on this guy. I'm just going to ship this here, get called by ace queen hopefully. Let's keep the pot cheap. I'm pretty sure aggressive spelt wrong there, but I don't care. I'll get the gist of it. See, I folded nines in this table. He's probably got ace king there, but again, we're either quite far ahead or miles behind. I think we'll try a little re-raise. I like the queen on the turn here. Oh, it's such a value bet. I wish he'd bet bigger. Such a value bet. I think I've got to pay it off. It's less than half the pot. I only need to be right once every, what, 3-4 times. Ace queen. Well played, sir. Nice check on the flop, right enough. I suppose that's probably the way I would have played it. Check to the razor. I'm pretty sure I'm still in all these. I'm not busted out. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I've still got 11 on the go. It's a decent side pot to go for here, even if I'm losing to this guy. Got the top pair with the top kicker and nut flush draw. It's going to reshove my sevens here. Again, I think we can afford to give him. We'll try and get a bit of value here. Let's see what happens. Ace king. That was a flip right enough. Oh, we lost it. He called us. Pretty sure top 2 is good. Just going to ship this. We're on the bubble, but ace queen with less than 10 big blinds. It's not letting me fucking tile tables. It's so tilting. I don't know if it's just the setup of this monitor or whatever it is. I suppose it's an odd number, but you'd think it would be able to tell 10 tables. That's a bad raise. I probably should have raised less or raised more. Again, I'm going to have to... I don't like the early position raise, but jacks is too strong there. Pick it up pre-flop. Just the way I like to win with ace king. A nice 3-bet. I'll fold that there. I think there's a bit more play in the tournament to go. Three-bet shove this. We're in the money. I think he's trying to bully us around. If he calls this and we're beat, then so be it. We're at worst case 30%, unless he's got aces. But we need to take a stand sooner or later. That's a flip. And we win the flip. Win some, lose some. Yeah, it's our turn to bully. This guy shoves, I'm calling. If he plays, I'm slowing down and almost done with the hand. Let's see if we can tile now. Fucking hell, sort that out, stars. That's another flip. Yeah, it is spaghetti. I probably should have shoved that as a mistake. I maybe get a bluff induce when he shoves, because this is our aggressive player. Ace, 10 big blinds. I should slow him down. I really do think king high is good. Oh, he's got the 4. It's hard to make a pair heads up. We've got 2 pairs now. I'll pay you off. Aces. Wow. I never thought you had aces. Ace jack's not great there, but 10 big blinds. I don't know if I'm still in these. So I'll lose track. Got rid of the feature that automatically closes tables when you bust out of them. I probably should turn it back on. 15 big blinds, a big overshove, but he's only got 11 big blinds behind. I think that guy's reshoved on us. I'm going to call heads up. Such a big pot. I've invested a third of my stack. Let's just gamble for it. And we're flipping. And we get a nice flop. So when you get heads up, it really is just bingo. especially in the turbos. The blinds are so big. It's only 100 more. This guy's all in. It's another 2 live cards. We bust him. Let's try a normal raise there. King 7, got to call. Another 2 live cards. Oh. And he doubles up. You see it's pretty much just bingo, we're just flipping. I've got a straight draw with a flush draw. I'm all in here. Unless he checks behind. I don't like that. Lessens my chance of winning the pot. And now I've got to fold. I would have check raised them all in on the flop, but now I've got to fold. The intricacies of poker. Pretty solid heads up hand. I got third board pair with a straight draw. Again, he's only got 10 big blinds. Third board pair's not great. This motherfucker's pissing me off. I've got to fold our 9-8 there. Again, it's like 10 big blinds for this guy. King 8's probably not great though. It's ahead of his range, but I'm going to fold there. I've got too many chips just to be shoving in with a crap hand there. Probably could have shoved that King 10, but middle to early position. You're getting called by not a lot of hands that are worse. Looks like that guy's got our number. We can shove this on the button. This guy, I like his style, but he's pissing me off. So you can do it again. Now we've got second pair here. If he shoves, I'd snap him off there. He's shoving far too much. He can't have it obviously every time. If he does happen to wake up, then so be it. Again, I've put this guy all in like 4 times in a row. I'm just going to overshove that. He's going to call with a lot worse. We're so short stack here, we just want 2 live cards for the double up. It's like 12 big blinds. I could 3-bet shove this. I don't like the min raise, it's pretty strong. I presume we got knocked out of that one. King, queen, queen 9. Not really much you can do. I'm surprised he called. And now I need to find that table and close it. I could probably mark how much the shove was actually. I'm gonna find out. It's like 1,000. Yeah, he's not that bad a player. Ace heads up. It's pretty hard to get an ace. It's another flip. Bit of a slow roll for us. And we win. Spaghetti. Right, can I tile now? Can at last. Is that only 8 I've got left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It actually says I've got 9. Am I still in all of them? Yep, I think so. Right on the 10 big blind cusp down there. Again, same sort of situation. I've got like 3 big blinds behind. I just want 2 live cards for a double up. Not great. And we're drawing dead. was that? Let's see if this... Why does it say I've only got 7? Am I miscounting? 1, 2, 3... Oh no, it is right, okay. Yeah, this guy's got hardly any behind. King 8. Oh, this is the guy I've shoved on like 12 times in a row. These are the guys that hang on until they've got like 4 big blinds, but when they call you they've got aces. I can isolate that. Honestly, no idea how this session's gone at all. 24-second goes. God, my math here. I think it's just 7 buy-in. Yeah. 70, 140, 168 total, is that right? And I don't know what it is for first. It's 30 bucks. I think we've cashed in a few. I think this is going to be all in here unless something crazy happens. We're sitting pretty on these 3 tables here. I can ship this. I'm obviously calling that. He might try and isolate actually. I'm just going to raise normally. I could have arguments just for shoving there. That's not a great flop. Oh, we got a nice river though. Oh no, I thought it was ace 8 we had for the straight, but it was king 8 for him. That's pretty sick. Pretty standard. I've got to raise, I've got to call. Just a bit of cooler. He was so short stacked. I'd like to drink some of my freezing coffee now. I don't like the early position shove here, but I'm still going to call with this jack 8. Actually, do I have to? No, I've got another 3 minutes until the blinds go up. We'll look for a better spot. It's pretty sick that we had one of the aces. Oh, heart. We wanted that guy to win, because that would have put us in the money. I can shove queen 7. I would almost consider shoving this 5-9 down here, but because I'm so short stat, but you're shoving into another short stat that's going to call you pretty late. It's a good tune. Tears to us part. Pretty sure I'm all in with this ace 10. Raising, and I've got to call this guy if he shoves all in. If he comes over the top, I can fold. That's too much. Even though I've got plenty of chips behind, Jack 7's not great to be calling there. I can put them all in with Queen 6 though if it falls round to me. I can obviously fold that. 3-bet this guy. I think that's somebody at the door. I'm gonna have to wait and see what this guy does. Right, I'm gonna run for it. was it that you went? The walled castle.
How many tables?
I just played 24 second goes. I've got, is that 7 of them left?
So you should watch Darrow's end game. You see.
Basically just bingo.
What bingo? Is he pushing now?
Yes, the turbo ones.
Oh,
I don't like the turbo ones. I don't get to be in it. I like folding my way into the money. This guy's pissing me
why
off.
don't you play 2 table ones? Because you fold your way to the final table and then you go push up, push fold.
But it's the percentage of cash is ridiculously more.
It's 4.
It's 30% cash in this, but you're playing 18 players and it's only top 4, top 5 cash.
It's top 4 cash.
Yeah, for 18 players, but it's top 3 for 9. So if you're just grinding,
Yeah, so you get
sheer
more
volume.
money when you cash.
When you cash, so
Relatively speaking.
yeah.
Yeah, it's easy. No, you're basically playing a push fold single table tournament.
No, I
Because you
hate
fold your way.
the multi-table second goes.
Well, there's only 2 tables.
Yeah, it's still a multi-table second go. This one here.
Yeah, it was pushed pretty flat now. Do you have a build on yourself?
What's it say? If it would stay on. Best player in the world, this is. The key that showed me how to do it.
Are you getting sangria? Yeah. Do you want any? What is it? Sangria?
A small glass. Try it.
Yeah, Darrow, that one. Yeah?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Darrow said he wants a small glass. Because he wants to try it.
What time is it that you left? Was it like 1? I don't even know when I actually got up. I hate these situations. Got to call. I'm flipping so often though, and I don't know if it's correct to take the flip there. No. Got the table ninja with this way. Time would be nice.
Oh my god! That's sick!
Ask and I shall receive.
That's sick. Okay, and he was, he had you all in there, did he?
Yeah. 8 ball. I got in with the best of it.
Oh, well, the best. I don't really call 53% the best. Yeah.
It's honestly, it'd be fine. The tank's huge. We normally just keep it off and have the cold showers. So we don't have the patience to sit around and wait for the water to heat up. Ah, nice one, thanks. Oh my god, that's interesting. In the small blind, I probably should shove a lot more hands. Tight is right, as they say. I'm so used to being in it, playing the regular length setting goes. Okay. Every button, every small blind. With what size of stack? Jesus. But see, it can't be right to shove any 2 cards here with 4,500 into the other big stack. why I didn't know if that call with tens there is correct.
Downside to going out is big loss of any money, so it's not worth it.
Ace 3 micro stack that shoved all in, flop 2 aces, but he hit a king on the turn with pocket kings. Wow, that's pretty sick. I did have it turned off for some reason. I don't know why I turned it off. Basically, yeah, it probably would have been. I love the structure that Phil Dill had.
Which one's the tiny step?
Where it went, the blinds went up so slowly.
Oh, you like that?
Yeah.
But do you know when I first started playing, I was on PokerStars with playing and they sent me, they will send me around, it was a free roll, but you registered to a free roll for the year, you registered your account class of, I remember right, 2003. I remember I used to play Singos back then. I don't think there were any turbo Singos. I think they were all regular.
They need a second structure where it's just tiny little blinds that are like 50 minutes long. I'd be loving it. That's
See Julia over there. She wants it done in. Yeah, that's it. My average game time is 9 minutes.
I think the regular ones that Phil Dill will take about an hour.
Yeah. Why would you do that? I remember that back in the day on Stars, you could think to yourself that sit and go is going to take me about 50 minutes. 2 tables sit and go is going to take me about an hour and 10.
But yeah, I was just having like you'd get bored. The stuff finished pretty quick. I don't know how dark it was. Spaghetti. That one. Are you playing the Dragonara tonight? It's the double chance, I think.
No cut.
I'll take a high card as long as it's not an ace or a king. He's close enough. This guy's insane. Where's he from? Belarus. And we all know what people from Belarus are like.
See, there's a free bet shove on you there.
Yeah, but if he shoves, I can fold.
Stack sizes. Free bet shove.
He's almost such a weak little 3-bet.
No, maybe he wants you to.
He's Irish. See, I don't mind that. If he shoves, I can call. If he thinks I can fold, I don't mind that. My little nittiness. You've got to raise it.
I'm thinking to those stacks.
I like this guy. There's loads of the pony carriages. I've seen loads of them in Salima.
Not to the left, they were. that dead money?
You shouldn't be isolated. You shouldn't be isolated. You shouldn't. You shouldn't. There wasn't dead money. There was no side pot.
All the dead money.
It's not dead money. It's not, because I only called as. I only called. He shoved. I called. There's no side pot. There's no dead money. He's got to beat that guy. He's got to have a hand to beat the guy.
He only has to beat one player. He doesn't have to beat two. Yeah,
but it's wrong to isolate against an all-in if you can move up the money ladder with no side pot to win.
Oh come on!
There is
a side pot.
There's not a side pot. There was only the main pot. There was only the main pot. There was no side pot.
The main pot. Look, basically, all your money is dead money. Your money. I
understand that he's getting better odds to call, but he still shouldn't be isolating. You can call with the wider range, but you shouldn't be isolating. Because the guy's all.
He should both go check.
We should just check down and knock the guy out and move up the money ladder, yeah.
Unless you've got an absolutely solid hand.
He would only isolate there with a pocket pair or two big, like ace king, ace queen maybe.
Oh, I'd fold that. You don't have to win a bit.
Raise every button heads up.
No.
Every button.
You don't need to win it yet.
I like to win every hand
thing
though.
is, raise it. Shoves on you. What can you call with?
The more he shoves, then the wider his shoving range is, and I can start calling him off at.
But you don't know that.
King
You've got
10.
your heads up this play.
You get a feel for it.
I tend to call anyway. Anything plays like that.
Out of position, no. Not against an aggressive player.
You've got to have a hand strength anyway, I think. You've got the odds to.
Ants? Are you serious? Where are they? Oh my god. Straight on the landlord.
I mean, I know it's a massive gift, but look, you've got any contact with the ants already.
I don't think so. That's maybe a call there actually. I won that one there, yeah.
Oh dear. What do you think for?
Yeah, I'll put an ant at the station. Wherever there's one ant, there's a million more of them.
Where do you want to go, Sam?
I don't think it is.
Call check.
I don't think it is.
No, it is. Go for it. That's no, just call and check it
I
down.
really don't think it is.
985. Call and check it down.
I'm gonna fold it.
93.
If he wins, I don't want to treble up.
Yeah.
And if he wins, I don't want to make him the chip leader. Just squish them if you see them. Just squish them.
Going back to the colony, okay? Right, that's not bad for me. That's official. You can. Look, if you were born an ant, obviously you were really bad in the past life. What are you raising about?
No, with the 9-2 there. I'm surprised he called the Jack 6.
He's getting oh, look at this.
Yeah, there's no capable of shoving 82, very aggressive.
So he's a red,
Yeah, I think he played in about 20 of the ones I played.
so you can't call with that hand.
No, but that's still correct to raise.
Ah, that's 4. You can call you on. Yeah.
30%.
Oh!
It's an easy game.
It's an easy game.
I think that's fairly standard. He was going 3 by a light, and I get the shove in. he needs
He
a hand
wasn't
of
free
call.
betting live.
According to his notes, he 3-bets live.
It said very aggressive.
I
Can
played,
shove with
I
betting. So it
played,
doesn't say
I
free
played
betting.
20 sitting goes with a guy in the space of an hour. He was very aggressive and he 3-bet live.
Just thinking too.
Easy game.